Great to be with you, John.
All right, so, right now it doesn't look like Democrats have enough Republican votes to convict on impeachment. We just heard that report from Emerald saying that Senator Rand Paul is going to introduce a resolution, to, get rid of the impeachment altogether, motion to dismiss it. That probably isn't going to happen here, but we are learning, over the last couple of days or so on who really is pulling the strings in the Senate. There seems to be some negotiating going on between Schumer and McConnell. Do you actually think this impeachment trial is going to happen?
Well, you know what? They seem to have so much hatred, they've got to have their pound of flesh. Even though it's going to completely continue to divide this country, it is so ridiculous and out of place to be having an impeachment trial in the U.S. Senate after Donald Trump has left office. Think of how much we could be getting done. If we weren't doing this, they could be doing the things that are important to Americans. Like our border security, taxes, regulation. All of the things that we absolutely need. Continue rebuilding our military and really have some true unity, as President Biden said in his speech the other day. But his actions certainly don't match his words. And so I think that the impeachment probably will they will try to ram it through, but I don't think, as you said, that I think Republicans are seeing the light and saying, this is ridiculous to be doing this and all the things we could do. And quite frankly, there may be some Democrats that are getting concerned about it as well.
Well, maybe so. I mean, we did see Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. They've done a couple of things that might at least give some optimism to Republicans, saying that they do not support the Democratic-led effort to get rid of the filibuster. I also saw a tweet from Joe Manchin, talking about the national debt and saying when it comes to this COVID relief bill, they're not playing with monopoly money. How much of this impeachment trial do you think is meant to be a distraction from the American public so that Nancy Pelosi and other members of Congress can jam through one of those $900 billion or more? This one's obviously going to be much more, but one of these 5,000-page bills that no one has any time to read.
There's no question about it. I thought it was ridiculous from the very start. And quite frankly, the president, back when he was the president, those last few days, he said, we'll have a peaceful transfer of power. I'm not going to attend the inauguration. And quite frankly, he did everything he was supposed to do. And yet the Democrats, again, they want their pound of flesh out of, because of their hatred of this president for the last 4+ years. They were trying to impeach him the day that he was sworn in back in January of 2017. So quite frankly, they're just obsessed with destroying the name of Donald Trump at all costs, even if he's not the president, and knowing that it further divides the country. And obviously they don't care.
Yeah, and you can take a look at his energy policy as well. I want to talk about this as it relates to Texas. President Biden expected to sign several executive orders tomorrow on climate change. The Austin American-Statesman took a look at this, and they looked at the fact that how disproportionately this will not only affect Texas, but also the smaller and independent oil producers in the state of Texas. This, again, is another example, Congressman, of the Biden administration's favoritism towards big business, big pharma, big tech, big media, whatever you want to call it, favoring big oil here over the mom and pop shops that really contribute so much to the Texas economy.
There's no question about that. This is going to really be a body blow to the great state of Texas. In fact, every other oil-producing state around, and it'll especially hit my district hard. I represent Southeast Texas, and we're absolutely the heart of the epicenter of American energy at the 36th district. I have basically Houston over to Louisiana. I have 9 counties, and this shutting down the Keystone XL pipeline is going to kill thousands of good-paying American jobs during a COVID-induced recession. It's going to take away basically about 11,000 to 12,000 jobs, a $2.2 billion payroll, and also this is going to be 6,000 or 8,000 union jobs,
Yeah.
Which are primarily Democrats. So I think it just tells you how serious this Democratic Party takes the radical Green New Deal policy proposal. It's the tail that wags the dog. Even though it's going to hurt the country, hurt the economy, hurt the union people, they're just determined to go through with this because of their radical, extremist, environmental, climate change crowd on that end of their party. And it's they don't care. Just like I said about the impeachment, they don't care about this either. It fits their agenda, and that's what they're going to do. In spite of the fact that we know science tells us that pipelines are the safest, cleanest, and most economical way to carry energy like this.
They'd rather see the oil be transported in trucks and on trains.
And it's going to be it'll have a net zero greenhouse gas emission, and then when we have to truck it or ship it by maritime, it will be much more dirty. And it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Well, we already hear some of the regrets from those who supported Biden before and now are hearing about these job losses, including that union that had endorsed President Biden in the election. Congressman Babin, thank you for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
You bet, John. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, California Congressman.